So is that going to be enough money to cover a new city hall? Well, the answer is it could cover the construction of City Hall, but it won't cover the property. Now, the city council is considering different sites throughout the city. Lots of reasons why. Over the past few weeks, there's been other property owners that have surfaced and said, I'd be interested in selling you our property as well. The council recognizes this interest. They appreciate that interest. It's much easier to buy property when you have a willing seller. And so they recognize that, and they've directed staff to go and visit with these property owners to look at the sites and bring back to them in a presentation the pros and cons of going to any of these sites within their municipality, and they'll make their appropriate decision at that time. It's an exciting time to be working here, but it's not without some difficulties in that, again, will the proceeds and all those pockets of money that I just described be able to build a new city hall? They won't. They won't. And depending on the size, we do need to buy property again. And there are some funds that are available. You might have heard some people talk about TIF funds. Well, we have some redevelopment districts that are set to decertify in 2013, one in particular, District 4, and that has excess revenue in that district. I think it's important to know that the City Council and the HRA have worked very hard to look at that extra increment, if you want to call it that, to be able to use that. The state statute allows us to use that for specific public purpose projects. And so they've used some of those proceeds for the establishment of our quiet zone that now has been established in the community, a municipal from border to border, to look at downtown parking opportunities. They're actively looking at that. They have within that TIF District 4 budget looking at transportation improvements on the city's east side. That's the Golden Spike Corridor. There's some major transportation improvements that we're hoping come to fruition as that east side develops. Lots of projects that we've already talked about. This project certainly could be one of those. We could use somewhere in the neighborhood of $500,000 to $1 million, depending on the site we select, out of those proceeds from TIF District 4. And so lots of funding options rolling around out there, but a lot of it is dependent on where we're going to go, the appropriate size of building that we're going to build. And that is a process that we're facilitating today.